Well, this TV is not that old. It's a Samsung, and I thought their TVs were getting better, but apparently it's not coming on. Hello. I'm just going to do a quick one tonight. I've had a busy weekend. Most of you know I do work the weekends. I like working the weekends. But then I like taking Monday off. But I've had 3 call-outs today, so... well, 2 call-outs and then go and collect a free TV, which is a Philips. Nothing wrong with a Philips, if it's free. This TV is actually, what can you see here? Let me just change some camera angles, because this TV is looking much older than it is. Maybe the lady got this on the very first day it came out, but this was still in the shops 13 months ago. I bought a load of these. But I bought the D. This is a C, so this is a year before. I bought the D last year, and the C came out. I'll give you a glimpse of the old model number here. So UE43 CU 7100. 7100 just means it's backlit and not edge-lit. And I was just wondering if we have a backlight problem on this. All I've been told, it was dropped off over the weekend and it's not coming on. That's the description you get. Can you fix my TV? It's not coming on. This is a Samsung, as you've just seen. Samsungs of late have been suffering with screen issues. So has this got a faulty screen that probably can't be repaired, even with a clockline bit of magic? Do we have a standby light? Lots of questions we need to answer. So let me stand it up and plug it in and see, first of all, if we get a standby light. I'm guessing this is an all-in-one board. It seems to be. Have I got a longer lead? I've got a short figure of 8 and a long figure of 8. When I plug in, if all the pictures flicker and go funny, that means the power supply is alive. Oh, well, I heard a little bit of a spark when I plugged in, but the TVs didn't react to it. And I don't even see a standby light. Oh yes, I do. Sorry, I'm looking there for a standby light. I don't know why I'm looking there for a standby light, and I should be looking here for a standby light. So let's see if we have a normal standby light reaction. Okay. There's nothing wrong with this, is there? Blimey, somebody's got it on eco setting. But I think this is a classic example of somebody's batteries have gone in the remote control hole. Their power lead's gone, maybe. But there's nothing wrong with this TV. It's I'll run it in the background for a bit just to see if it does anything silly, but always a bit weird, but I'll keep it on test in the background while I just have a play with a few other things that have been bugging me of late. These are the horrible edgelit strips that let me down yesterday. And if you remember them, one of the plugs had fallen off. And I put the plug somewhere safe. You know what that means, don't you? No idea where it is today. No idea, but it is somewhere safe. But I can always take one off, one of the old ones. I think that's a good one. Let me just, well, I mean, it's old, but I don't think there's a fault with it. Let me just test that one. Well, if you remember, this was from the working side of that 50-inch TV that I took out yesterday, so this one should be fine. The other one isn't, because it's got loads of black marks on the LEDs. So the other one, which is just up a bit, that's the one that shouldn't be working. But for some particular reason, it just goes to prove how fragile these edge-lit strips are. I mean, if you ever take a good one out, you can't reuse them. No, there are some definitely gone with this. Oh no, they're all working. Okay. But it's refusing to come on that side. I thought this was the faulty one that was burnt out. Maybe they both turned out to be faulty in the end. Yeah, that's not working. And that's not working, but this is the brand new one that we had yesterday. So let me just test that side. Yep. Let me just test this side. Yep. I'm just going to keep that TV on test in the background for a couple of minutes while I have a look. This is the power supply out of that 55-inch. And I've had a couple of them that just get stuck in a boot cycle because of the power supply. So there's a couple of little boot up caps, little kick starters that I want to check. Just to see if there's anything wrong with these. There's about 3 to look at, so 68 microfarads, what should it be? 68 microfarads. Nothing wrong with that one. But let's try CM834. That looks dodgy to me. Well, it's 5 microfarads, and it's pretty much spot on. As you can see, the ESR is really good at 0.25, so nothing wrong with that one. Next. So it's 10 microfarads, 0.67 ohms, so it's all 3 of those little boot-up caps are absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to test a diode here for a second, because these can fail, but I did get the TV to boot up, so I wouldn't have thought it was a diode, because diodes are either alive or, well, they can be a bit leaky. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. No, it's fine. It's obviously... Where is it? Where did I take it out from? I took it out from there. And of course, it's across this low ohm resistor. So, no, it wouldn't be that. I thought I'd got it then with that diode, didn't you? Now, there's nothing simple and obvious on the board like I was hoping for. but there's millions of resistors on the back, and it could just been any one of those that's gone a bit malfunction. But as I say, these boards aren't terribly expensive, but it is becoming a common fault, and it would be nice to track it down. But at the price of these boards, sometimes it's just not worth it. Anyway, this TV, while I've been doing all that, has stayed on. So I'm going to have a word with the customer and test her remote control and test a fuse in her plug, and then probably test the customer. That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, it's my day off. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and a lie down. Not necessarily in that order.